Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't already followed me on Twitter at MarinTM, please consider doing so. I'm closing up on 10,000 followers, and it will mean the world to me if we can reach it. In today's video, we're looking at the European DreamHack Heat 1 and what I learned from it. If you guys are enjoying the videos and want to support me and what I do tremendously, you can use code MarinTM in the Fortnite item shop. Once we hit 10,000 supporters, I'll double daily upload for 10 days and stream every single event on Fortnite. With that said, let's go. Going into this tournament, I was super confident I was going to qualify, and starting off game number 1, I went in for a high kill game. The reason for the relatively bad quality is because I live streamed this, and I actually recorded it too, but my recording didn't really save. And as you guys can see, I'm clearly the stubby king first game, not much to be said about it. Other than that, my aim wasn't really on point, and that could have cost me drastically. However, I also jump a lot, and jumping as much as I do right now can be very predictable, and you don't really want to do that. It's actually easier for your opponent to hit you when you are jumping compared to if you're not. So I would recommend trying to learn movement without jumping too much, especially in fights when you're playing against relatively good players. I'm dead, I think. Okay, I'm not dead, but... Okay, this guy's panicking, guys. Thank you. In the first game, because I didn't finish fights quickly enough, I ended up with 0 mats. And I have this feeling that if you W key until the 3rd zone, but no longer than that, you're gonna win first game every single time. So that's a good little tip. Playing patiently and waiting for your opponent to make a mistake was something I was incredibly good at when I had 60 ping back at home, but now since I'm at the Become Legends house, I have a lot of opportunities to be incredibly aggressive as well, and usually it pays off for me. I feel like I'm relatively good at being an aggressive player. I do use quite a bit of mats, and my aim isn't always on point. I fail a few edits here and there, but generally speaking, I am a good fighter, and I capitalized off that in game number 2. In game number 2, I got completely and utterly outplayed by a really good European player, and what's important when you get outplayed is that you recognize that, hey, I actually got outplayed this game. Fair play to my opponent, let's move on and keep a good mentality throughout the tournament, because if you keep a bad mentality from the 2nd game until the 10th, you're not going to qualify. No chance. Listen to my mentality, it was pretty good, and I kind of popped off later on in the tournament because of it. Aw, okay, it's good. Statiska, bro. Good player, actually. GG. I choked hard. In game number 3, I have a launch pad and 3 crash pads. I get into a massive fight against 2 players, and I have nearly no mats and no shields. What I should have done was I should have disengaged the fight. This is something I feel like a lot of bad players are bad at. They think that they're locked into a fight if they get into one in the first place. You are not. There is always a way to disengage a fight, so if you have an opportunity to do so, if you really shambles, just do it. Right here, I should have potentially used my launch pad. The crash pads are really risky. The launch pad is too, but I feel like the launch pad can be a little bit better. Way harder to spot for your opponents to see. In game number 4, I get into a fight, and it is quite obvious that I need to do some aim training. I need to become more consistent in my aim and my edits. There are many ways to improve these things. Aim trainers like Kovacs or AimBeast can also play more arena and creative to improve your mechanics. So I'm definitely going to be playing a lot of Arena in the coming days, going into solo FNCS, and hopefully I can improve these things. Nice. I'm going to be the right side of this. So I'm going to try to get all the way in there. Let's see if I can get some elims on the way. When someone comes into your box with a P90 or tries to do so, never open a wall on them. In this scenario, I thought, I probably have better aim than this guy, but you should never take the 50-50. I should have held the wall there, or even just tarped out to the side, used my launch pad, and then I would have been chilling. That was the dumbest play I could have done. However, I managed to keep a good mentality because I knew I had the chance to qualify still. Don't scare me like that. What? Giving it builds. Right here, I end up going down because I have terrible mat awareness. This is something that is actually relatively difficult, just knowing how much mats you have at each given time, and that is what happened here. This guy's so bad. Bro. Guys, I need a new shotgun. This one does no damage. The next minute is a 1v1 against one of EU's best players. Enjoy and let me know what you think. I have no clue how he didn't get eliminated earlier. I went for a super dumb play here, and I couldn't really like 50-50 him with the shotgun because he has the kid's charge. And going out in the storm like this, getting the grappler and then grappling in is the dumbest thing I could have done. GG's too snappy though. Game number 7 was one for the books. Have a look and let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. Oh my god, I was shaking so bad. Let's go. Right here, I should have, without a doubt, farmed the rock right in front of me. That would have been a free, like, 100 mats, and that could have actually gotten me to win the game. I'll take it. In this last game, I had over 1,600 viewers watching me live, trying to clutch up from what was a nearly impossible comeback after 6 games. It was an incredible experience. This is how it went. Oh my god, I'm choking. Let's go. Movement to God. We're in, guys. God rotates. Let's go. Let's go. What's elims? Like, I don't care. I'm getting elims. That's what I'm going for here. This guy's white. I'm below. I'm below. Fair play, take it. I don't care. After getting this elim, I had all the opportunities in the world to look for eliminations, to rotate further into zone. I had so many mats, but I chose to play floppers. Wanted to play it safe, you know, secure the qual, but this was pretty dumb. I should have been looking for elims or possible pathways to take, but instead I decided to play it safe. I wanted to play floppers, but what I've learned is that floppers are pretty good from the third moving zone, not the first and second. So I should have went in all the way to the right side and not focused too much on getting these 2 eliminations. I kind of tunnel visioned as well, but I should have went all the way to the right side and I would have had a free rotate, and I would have probably placed at least top 3 in this game if I would have done that. Additionally, when you have mats in these later game scenarios, you don't want to play low ground. Everybody that is shambles and need a refresh will be on the low ground and looking for eliminations, and that is why I should not have been on the low ground, but probably like 1 or 2 layers up from it, then I would have been vibing. Because of my really good mentality, I actually managed to bring back this tournament from what looked like a super bad one to a relatively decent one. I placed 441st, and I could have done way better, and I'm really excited for the future. And with that said, everybody, I just want to thank you all so much for all the recent support. It honestly just like warms my heart so much every day, waking up, seeing a ton of new comments, tweets, whatever it may be. So thank you all so much for that. My name has been Marin, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Until then, take care.